Hi, everybody. It's me, Shay. I'm back to give you another rundown on family constellation therapy. So, the major thing that you'll need to know is there are three orders of love. They are belonging, hierarchy, and balance. All right, so we're going to use these dolls to represent family members in the family constellation. That way I can easily explain to you the three orders of love. We'll start with belonging. So I'm sure you guys know about being the black sheep in a family, or having someone who left the family for a long time to travel and go overseas maybe for years, someone in the family that no one talks about. A lot of times they'll be shown very distant from the other family members in the constellation. Also, if someone had, say, a miscarriage or an abortion, and that child did not get to come into this world and mingle with the rest of the family in that generation, then they might show up lying down like so. The father is always to the right, mother is always to the left. It could be that the father is not focused on that situation, and that's why he would be distant from that miscarried or passed on loved one. The mother might even be shown leaning over facing that individual because she's never truly healed. That will give you an inclination to what healing needs to be done in that session. Now we'll continue on to the order of balance. As stated previously, the father is typically placed of the client and the mother to the left, standing behind them. Say the client tells you to put them far apart, like so, or turned away from each other. This would be an example. That typically means that there's some kind of healing that needs to be done between the mother and father in that family constellation. I'd start there. And lastly, we move on to talk about the order of hierarchy. This is the correct way that a family constellation would show up for the client, their father, and their mother. They should stand directly behind them, father on the right, mother on the left. Any deviations let you know that there's something going on in that family constellation, some type of entanglement, which we'll get to in the future, some type of entanglement that needs to be healed. As far as hierarchy goes, the father and the mother are both big compared to the child. They are placed behind the child at all times to provide that support. The child being placed, if the client tells you to place them behind their parents, they're typically trying to be bigger than the parent. An example would be your mother gets older and she needs to take a particular medication, but she doesn't like to take it, and you keep trying to force her to take that medication. It's not your place as the smaller in the hierarchy to do so. So what you have to do is let them know that it's on them to care for themselves, and you kind of back away from that so that you're not affecting their energy in any negative way or creating any kind of entanglements that would have to be healed in the family later. I have a few key takeaways from this. As far as hierarchy goes, always keep in mind that you're never bigger than your parents. They gave you life. You can never repay them with anything more than life. As far as belonging goes, everyone belongs. It doesn't matter if they're different than the rest of the family. It doesn't matter if they passed on at an early age. Please acknowledge them. Set up an altar. Speak to them daily. Let them know that they are loved. That's part of the healing journey. And for balance, everyone deserves equal give and take in all relationships. Make sure that you're giving and receiving equally.